What up, everybody? In today's episode, I pretty much want to talk about a little bit about the ZR1. Being that I'm not a huge Corvette I'm an owner, but I'm not a huge Corvette fan. I've always been a Viper person. Like, that's my go-to brand. Mopar or no cars, always been the motto. But for some reason, this Corvette appealed to me recently when I was looking to get a new car. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about what makes the ZR1 so special, in my opinion. To me, the very first time I ever saw a ZR1 or like a Corvette ever interest me was in the movie The Last Stand, where the Mexican drug dealer, whatever, he steals like a pre-production ZR1 and he like just travels through the desert and he's going super fast.
Get comfy. I want you to have a good view of the show.
What?
And before that, I had never really found an interest in Corvettes, but like, it's that moment that it kind of like sparked the interest of like just getting a Corvette and just seeing what it was all about. Because like most car reviewers says, it's like a budget supercar. It's not the price of a Ferrari or a McLaren, but it still can keep up. Just being a Z06 or a Grand Sport, like, it's a car that like a lot of people like look at and it's like, oh wow, what is that? If not much car people know about it. The reason before when I did not get a Corvette is, I guess, I seen Top Gear's review of the Corvette, and the way Jeremy Clarkson was describing it was kind of like a hillbilly car, saying that it was like just a bunch of people that watch NASCAR and they're barely learning to get it around the track. It was kind of like disrespectful, but in a way he was kind of right, because the car was made out of a lot of plastic. Here's a clip of it.
Now, whenever I'm presented with a group of Corvettes like this, I always think I'm looking at a boy band. They're very good looking, they're cheap, and they make a nice noise in a sort of middle of the road type way. But behind the scenes, they're all of them almost completely talentless and a bit flimsy. Look at that.
From my little knowledge of what I've read and what I've seen in forums and stuff, the ZR1 is basically the send-off to any C generation, this is the C7 generation, and it's pretty much the goodbye, we're making a redesign to a new edition. So they haven't came out with the ZR1 yet because it's still not in the talks of cutting off the C7 line, but they are producing it, and it seems to me like they want to compete on the ACR level. The spy shots I've seen, it has a huge rear wing, a lot of aerodynamic bits, which like interests me a lot. Will I consider buying one? Only time will tell. But the thing I really like about it is that now with Dodge pushing the envelope of the 700 mark of horsepower, most cars are gearing towards being over 700 horsepower. So will it be cool? In my opinion, I think it's going to be the coolest American car so far. Don't get me wrong, the Viper ACR is a weapon. It has done stuff that no other American car has done. But there's something about this Corvette. I don't know what, but it's just something that I just want to see in person to see how it's going to turn out. It's rumored to have over 750 horsepower. The additional power comes courtesy of large intercoolers and more airflow from the Eaton supercharger with an assist of retuned direct fuel injection and variable valve timing. Based on the surveillance of the new ZR1 will be offered with both coupe and convertible. We're expecting a choice between 7-speed Tremec manual transmission and 8-speed automatic. So pretty much, unlike the Viper, they're going to offer 2 sets of transmission, the automatic and the manual. I have a good feeling for all the hardcore enthusiasts or whatever, they're definitely going to go for a manual. But from what I've been hearing, these automatics, even though it's not a big car person thing, these automatics are like leaps and bounds ahead of a manual. Like, they're might be getting a ZR1. Hopefully, possibly. We'll see what Dodge comes out, because I have a good feeling Dodge and Corvette will definitely be competing soon on the supercar level. I've heard a little bit about the Barracuda and what they might do with it. They want to, that's the whole reason they stopped making the Viper, because they might bring out a sports car to compete directly with like all those kind of cars. And don't get me wrong, the Viper was a great car, but a huge 8.4 liter engine, like only made them in a 6-speed. Like nothing much really ever changed with the Viper, other than adding a lot of aero bits for the ACR edition. But I think it was the right thing to do to stop production of that car and to move into something more futuristic with a smaller engine. Hopefully it's not turbocharged. Supercharged I'm okay with. And yeah, hopefully it's naturally aspirated. Probably like a 6.2 engine or something. Just something nice. Something, because Dodge competes on, Dodge literally competes on their own level with their own muscle cars, a 4-door, a 2-seater that weighs a lot. They're competing on their own level. They're not really competing with McLaren or Ferrari or anybody like that. And Corvette's actually doing that. They're the first, honestly, American car that you see at like big events that like are putting down some crazy numbers. So I'm excited to see what the ZR1 has to offer. And that's my take on whether or not I might be getting one, and a little bit about the ZR1. So hope you guys enjoyed.